What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I run off to work, a lot of times I'll find myself scrambling to get enough food made so that I'm prepped for the day. When I was first starting out with fitness and trying to put on mass, definitely one of the questions that I wish was answered more often or more easily is how to prep more food faster, or how to prep more protein faster in particular. Little crash course on protein. If you expect to ever build muscle mass, you're gonna have to be eating about a gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's what most literature says. Some literature says even up to 1.5 or 2 grams per pound of body weight, but I think a good target is about a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So in my case, that would mean I should be eating around 180 to 200 grams of protein per day. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I prep 156 grams of protein in under 14 minutes. Hopefully you find this video helpful. Click like if you do. So we're starting out the process with this cute little air fryer that I have out in my garage. This thing is an absolute lifesaver, and this is where the timer begins. So I have 2 ground sirloin patties from Costco. The whole bag of these comes with about 25 patties, I believe, and I think it's around 30 bucks. So it's just over $1 per patty. I'm gonna throw these both in the air fryer for 14 minutes and then I'll run inside. All right, so the patties are outside cooking, and now I'm going to prep this 7-ounce wild salmon fillet. These I also buy at Costco. There's 8 of them in a bag, and it's about 30 bucks for the bag, so a little more expensive for this. Nobody ever said it was cheap to eat clean, but these guys will last me for a week, and I consider it a worthy investment. These things will cook up really nicely in this convection microwave oven that I have here, and I'll show you how I do it. All right, it's worth noting that these are frozen salmon fillets from Costco. This is not included in the cook time, obviously, but I am defrosting it here with just a little bit of warm water. You don't want to use hot water because it will basically cook the salmon, but this is the best way to defrost salmon quickly. And here I'm adding a little MCT oil to the plate. This helps keep the salmon from sticking to the plate, and I'll put a little more oil on top of the salmon as well. And then I love this buttery steakhouse seasoning from Costco. It tastes absolutely amazing, and it's really all I ever season my salmon with. So the fish setting on this microwave takes about 8 minutes. So I'll have time to do all the prep, cook it, and get it in a Tupperware before the burger patties are even done. I'm gonna take the same Tupperware. I'm just gonna grab my burger patties, throw them in there, and I'll be on my way. Oh wait, I forgot one more thing. The holy grail of hitting your macros. I did mention it's not cheap. You're gonna have to make the investment in your food if you want to have a phenomenal physique, but I really do think it's worth it over time, learning how to cook properly, shop properly, and not cheat. I mean, I really do. I think it's gonna serve you so well. Have you ever heard it said that the eccentric portion of the motion is more important, or at least as important as the conventional portion of the motion? I'm gonna use an upright row as an example, and I'm gonna try to explain to you as best I can why this is so important. In my last video, I put a clip of Nick Walker, and if you watch that video, you will have seen him kind of lean back like this before he gets set into the motion. Basically, by coming down here, you're employing the base of the lats, and you're basically feeling what the extent of the motion is gonna feel like. So, for example, when I'm here, this is the top of the motion. Now, slowly using the eccentric, controlled eccentric, I now know exactly what it feels like at the top. And in my mind, I know exactly what it's gonna feel like when I get to the top of the motion and I'm squeezing and engaging those lats as best as I can. So, by controlling the eccentric, essentially, you're just forcing your mind to remember what the top of that motion feels like. And the squeeze is just that much better. Essentially what I'm talking about here is learning what the top of the movement feels like in the moment. So as you're hitting the set, triggering in your mind what the top of the set, what the absolute hardest portion of the set feels like, and then remembering that slowly as you work your way through the eccentric and let the weight back down, your brain already knows what the absolute max feels like. That's essentially what I'm getting at here. You are forcing your mind to remember what the absolute peak of the set is gonna feel like. The absolute most effort, the hardest portion. You wanna keep that in your head so you're ready for it every time, and that the squeeze is perfect. And this is gonna also help you understand how much weight you need to be using, exactly how hard you need to be working. Like a proper understanding of a mind-muscle connection is gonna really help you to understand how much weight you should actually be pushing. Because if you are not properly there with your mind and you're just throwing weight around, it's not doing you any good. You have to understand how to get your head in the game each and every rep, every set, every day. You know, while I got you here too, I think it's worth saying that I am definitely a proponent of a clean bulk. I've talked about this before, but there is kind of this dichotomy in the community about whether it's worth dirty bulking and putting on just a bunch of mass as quickly as you can. But I will say that I think I'm a great example of what it will look like if you stick to a clean bulk over time. So I have put on 50 pounds in about 4 years. Dylan McKnight says he's put on 50 pounds in a year. I think it's worth saying that the amount of cuts and the pure raw look of the muscle that you get out of eating stuff like this on a daily basis for years and years and years ends up being a better end result. That's just, it's just my opinion, but I honestly think that your physique will look more raw and more diced to the bone if you just stick to clean protein and you actually just take your time and you just clean bulk. I think you're kind of going backwards when you dirty bulk. I know it can be tempting to try to make things quick. That's how this industry tends to be with, PED use as well. But quite honestly, there is no fast results. There is no fast way. One of the most common things I see when you type into the search bar on YouTube, how to bulk, is how to bulk fast, how to get big fast, how to go from skinny to big fast. And the word fast just shouldn't be used. I'm sorry, but it's just not how this works. You have to take your time. You have to be patient. And anything that's quick is going to be worse than if you take your time and you're patient and you do it right. So this is the kind of thing I think you need to focus on eating. Learning how to make really good lean protein is going to save you. And yeah, it's gonna take a little more time, but the end result is going to be far better than if you just decide to go to McDonald's every other day. Really hope this helps. If you find this kind of content helpful, please let me know by hitting the like button. It helps me spread these videos to other people. And if you need more help with food, hop down into the comments. I would love to meet you down there and answer any questions you have. I love you all. I appreciate all of the support. Near 500 subscribers. You guys, I'm coming up on 1 year of content creation on YouTube. In March, it will be 1 year. And I'm almost at 500 subscribers. Such a cool benchmark. I cannot believe how much support and love the people that I know in my real life have shown me. And also those of you who I've met through the internet. This is absolutely awesome, and I love creating content. I hope to continue to do it. So smash that like button, spread this video to other people. Let's see if we can hit 500 subscribers by the 1 year mark. I post every Friday, and I will see you next week.